Hi everyone, welcome back, welcome to my channel. My name is Christina. If you're new here, if you're not, welcome back. And in today's video we are doing none other than my September TBR video. So if you don't know, I do one of these every single month and I choose 8 books and they all go on my TBR for the month. So normally I never complete them because I'm such a big mood reader, but I try and just choose a variety of books and then I try and get to at least half of them. As I'm currently filming this a little bit earlier than I normally would, I currently have 3 books left from my August TBR. However, I do not think I'm going to get to them, so they are going back on the TBR for me to potentially pick this month. So I am currently trying to film videos 2 weeks in advance. If some books that are on my September TBR end up being in August videos, that's why. You know why. I don't think they should, but just in case there is any crossover, that is why. Because I'm currently trying to get prepared, ready to start filming Bookmas in November. So that's why, and I thought I'd just let everyone know and be completely transparent about what may be happening. It might be that I end up actually reading September TBR books in August for me, although you won't see the videos until September. Just for me personally, I wanted to put that out rather than not. We have my TBR jar, which is looking rather empty. There are just, I think there's like 13 or 14 prompts in here, so there is enough in here for me to do today's video, so that is always good. This TBR cart is full of all of my paperbacks, and then all my hardcovers are on a shelf which is behind the camera, which I can see absolutely perfectly. So if there's any prompts that work with them, I will go for them as well. In this TBR we are also going to try and pick some books off our 16 books of 2026 that we've not read. So I thought I'd give a quick update on this. So I've currently read 5 books that are on here, and I've also unhauled a few. I've unhauled 3, so that's 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 books that we need to read in the next 4 months. I'm not too fussed if I don't complete this, but I would really like to. So we're going to keep these in mind as we're choosing our September TBR. I'm very, very excited. We are going to be officially in the Burr month very, very soon, and I cannot wait for cozy reads. So enough of me yapping. There are a lot of new September releases coming out. There are 6 new releases, which I'm so excited about, that I would really love to get to in September. I don't know whether I'll get around to all of them because there's 6 of them. I want to at least get to half of them in September. However, none of them will go on my September TBR, but hopefully you will see them in videos that are going up in September anyway. So some of those that I'm very, very excited about, I can't remember all of them off the top of my head. I might be able to. Let's test. We have The Knave of the Moon by Rachel Gillig, which I'm very excited about. Burn of the Everflame by Pen Cole, I'm super excited about. The Dragon and the Dove by Catherine Doyle, I'm super excited about. We have Disenchanted by Lucy Jane Wood, that I'm super excited about. And then we also have, why am I blanking? I'm actually blanking over the last 2. We also have The Mirror of Infinite Endings by Stephanie Garber coming out. And then we also have Escape Me by Tara Maffey, which is also coming out, which I'm super excited about. So they are the 6 new releases coming out in September, which I'm hoping to get to most of them in September if I can. Nevertheless, let's try and pick as many books off my 16 books of 2026 as we can, but also just get through my physical TBR a little bit more. So we have my TBR jar here. Also in August, I'm not buying any books within the month of August, and I did do that, so I'm very, very happy with myself. I did actually buy one, which was a special edition that I'd already read. So I mean, it doesn't really count because also I just used money that I had from selling books on Vinted, so in my head that was not really buying a book. In September I think I'm going to limit myself to just buying those new releases because there is obviously 6 of them, and that's more than enough money then that anyway. So enough of me yapping, let's get on to choosing the 8 books on my September TBR. So we have my TBR jar. Let's pick prompt number 1. Okay, prompt number 1 is a book that matches the season. So currently we are in summer, but in my head obviously the Burr months are autumn. I'm so excited. So we just need a book that I'm like, oh, I want to read that in autumn. So I probably have quite a few. The one that is definitely coming into my brain is, where is it? Here. It's right in front of my eyeballs. we have this. This is A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Madara. Honestly, I think this book is a bit more springy, technically. I'm pretty sure it did come out in spring, but in my head it's a witchy book, so it takes place in autumn and it's going to be autumnal for me to read. So I'm going to go with this one because in my head this is an autumnal read, even though I'm pretty sure it's a bit more spring. This is the same author as The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, which I read October last year, I think. I can check. Let me consult the... Yes. I read in October last year and absolutely loved it. That was a 4.5 star for me. So I am very, very excited to read A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. This honestly sounds so up my street. And I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. So let's go with this as a book that matches the season you're in, slash a book that I want to read in that season. So here we go. Book number 1 on the TBR. As always, I'm using my TBR basket. Okay, let's choose prompt number 2. So prompt number 2 is a book that has flowers on the cover. So I do know I have quite a few books that have flowers on the cover. So let's find one. I mean, this one has flowers on the cover and also has flowers on the sprayed edges. This is the Someday Garden by Ashley Poston. I love Ashley Poston. So I've kind of been making my way through Ashley Poston's books, and more times than not I do end up reading them around this time of year. So I've read A Novel Love Story, I've read The 7 Year Slip, and I've read The Dead Romantic. So I still have Sounds Like Love and then The Someday Garden to read, and I really, really want to read this soon. So this is her newest release out of her books, and I actually tried to start this while I was in London for Harry Styles, but I ended up obviously not reading a lot. I think I only got like 8 pages in. I did not get very far. So I think we'll put this on my TBR because I know I'm going to really, really enjoy this and it gives me cozy vibes. So let's put The Someday Garden by Ashley Poston as our second book on our September TBR. I'm trying to choose books I think I'm going to really, really enjoy, but also read quite quickly because obviously there are so many new releases. Okay, let's choose prompt number 3. Okay, our third prompt is a seasonal book. They really want us to read all of our autumnal / seasonal reads this month. So honestly, I feel like I could go with quite a few that are on my TBR, but I think I kind of want to go with this one, which technically isn't a seasonal book, but this is a book that I read the first book in October last year and absolutely loved it, and this is the sequel which came out I think at the end of July. I was going to try and get to it in August, but I haven't ended up getting around to it. This is Ruinous Ends by Ivy Marie. The first book, Immortal Consequences, is so incredibly good and I need to read this book as soon as possible. This is like a dark academia, dark setting. I think these books are perfect for like autumn, winter, cozy weather, and this is exactly what I feel like I need to read. This is a YA dark academia, 6 rivals vibe, and it's so good. If you've not read Immortal Consequences, definitely pick it up. So I'm very, very, very excited to finish off this little duology with Ruinous Ends. This is going on the TBR. Okay, so let's choose prompt number 4. Okay, so prompt number 4 is a 4-word titled book. Okay, so we need a book that's 4 words in the title. Okay, we definitely have quite a few. Maybe we try and choose one that is on my 16 books for 2026 for this one. So our options for that then are, we could do Story of My Life by Lucy Score as our option. We could do A Feather So Black. This is a small town romance, and this is a, I don't know whether this is YA, but I know this is book 1 in the Fair Folk trilogy, and it sounded really good. I remember picking this up in the bookstore, reading the back and thinking, oh, that really reminds me of The Cruel Prince, which I loved when I first got into reading. So I think maybe let's go with this one for this, and it is a bonus because it's on our 16 books of 2026. So let's go with A Feather So Black by Lyris Lean as book number 4 on our TBR. Okay, let's use prompt number 5. Okay, we are getting down to the last few prompts in the jar now. We have the longest book on your TBR. Actually, let's not. Okay, the easiest way for me to do this, I think on Goodreads, you can sort it by page number. I feel like you can, hold on. I don't know whether it's going to come up with the... Okay, this has come up with least number. So let's flip it to the most pages. Okay, and then we have to choose the book that we can read. So we can't read Jade Legacy. So the one that is coming up here is A Ballad for the Broken by Hazel S. Wilkes, which I actually started in my 24-hour readathon, which, as I'm filming this, I just finished not that long ago, but I had decided since to put it on pause temporarily because I know the audiobook is coming out in September, and I wanted to read a quick book. So we are on chapter 5 of this book. This book is definitely thick. This is A Ballad for the Broken by Hazel S. Wilkes. This is the second book in the Cadence of the Fallen series. I am really enjoying this so far, and I guess this means I do need to read this book this month. I read book 1 back in June and absolutely loved it, and I read the novella in my 24-hour readathon and I did enjoy it, but it definitely was not my favourite, and I definitely do think it wasn't needed, but that did not stop me from wanting to pick up book 2, and from the 40 pages that I did read, I was really enjoying it. So I mean, this definitely gives me a push to continue reading this book in September. So let's put A Ballad for the Broken by Hazel S. Wilkes on my September TBR. She is thick, but I know I'm going to have the best time with her. Okay, so let's choose prompt number 6. Honestly, I thought that was going to be worse than what it was, but I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, let's see. A Page and Wick special edition. I have quite a few. Let me grab them. Okay, so I've grabbed the 4 Page and Wick special editions that I currently own that I've not read. So the first one we have is Vessellus by Courtney L. Wynne. This one sounds really good, and this is the one that's been on the TBR the longest. This was November's pick from last year, so we could do this one. And then our other options are these 3. So we could do A Curse of Shadow and Ice by Katharina Mora, which this is absolutely stunning, and this was January's pick from this year. And then we could also do Arrival Most Vile by R.K. Ashwick, which this was March's book for this year. And then the other book we could do, which I think this is the one I'm leaning towards doing the most, is A Dark Forgetting by Kristen Cicerelli, and this was May's pick from this year. So this book is definitely the one that I think I want to pick up. I read The Crimson Moth and The Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli and absolutely loved them, and I mean, this edition of this book is gorgeous. So maybe let's go with this one and put this on my TBR for the month. This is A Dark Forgetting, and it does sound really up my street, and I've been saving it for like this time of year. Let's choose prompt number 7. So prompt number 7 is a book that has an animal on the cover. So it needs to be an animal. It can't be a mythical creature. It has to be an animal, like a bird, a cat, a dog, whatever. So, and the one that is coming into my mind straight away is this one here. We have Fragile Sanctuary by Catherine Cowles. This has dragonflies on, and I've been putting off starting this series, and I don't know why, because I'm very excited to. This is a small town romance series, and I own the first 4 books, and I don't know why I've been putting this off, because I've heard really good things. So let's do Fragile Sanctuary by Catherine Cowles as our 7th book on our TBR. Okay, let's choose our 8th and final prompt to go on our September TBR. So far, honestly, I'm very excited about the TBR that we have, so let's choose. And our final prompt is a YA book. Okay, this is exciting. What books do I know on my TBR are YA? I know My Week with Him by Joy Goffney's were YA romance. Oh, let's go with this one. This is Sweet Heartbreak by Alexandra Moody. I've read the Darling Devil series, that ice hockey YA series by her. I'm pretty sure this is no different, and I'm pretty sure this is YA, based on the fact it's published by Electric Monkey. But I really want to read this series. So this is Sweet Heartbreak. This is book 1 in the Weybridge Academy series, and yeah, I think let's go with this as our YA pick. Okay, here are the 8 books that are going on my September TBRs. So we have A Witch's Magical Guide to Innkeeping, we have The Someday Garden, Ruinous Ends, A Feather So Black, Ballad for the Broken, The Dark Forgetting, Fragile Sanctuary, and Sweet Heartbreak. These are the 8 books that are on my September TBR. I'm very, very excited. Some of these I definitely really want to read. We have a few YAs, a few adults, some fantasy, some romance. Good, well-rounded. We've got quite a few seasonal books which I'm super excited to read. So on that note, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed my September TBR. And if you want to see me read any of the books, check my September videos coming out in the month. So on that note, thank you so much for watching. Bye.